Yes, a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to All Four Back, episode 78, covering season 21 STS. I'm, of course, Chester430, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-broadcaster of Hadlington. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
And a very good evening to Shads. Good evening, sir.
Hello, Dan. Hello, Hads. Hello, everyone.
Well, we're in for a bumper show tonight, chaps. Now, before we do start, we want to get a bit of a plug about our YouTube channel. Of course, a lot's been done with the YouTube channel over the last few weeks. You may have noticed some of the highlights going onto the page recently, as well as the All Four Back podcast. So, chaps, I'll bring in if I can first of all, chaps. The YouTube channel is the main sort of hub where everyone gets the chance to see what the game's all about. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's just good to see. Obviously, it hasn't been used for quite a while. I think it was when I first started season 14, and then it hasn't been used that
15,
much.
yeah.
And then obviously now we've got more people involved. We can obviously get the meetings on a lot more often, and it's good to see that hopefully we can get some more follows and get more people involved.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that one, Hads. It's, as you said, it was not been used for quite a few years, but of course everything coming in now that we got a designated media team now. I think there's about 6 or 7 of us on the stream team now, or the media team. I'm sure I've missed out a couple, but yeah. So we're trying to get everything all sorted out so that everyone knows that the game exists and they can sort of get involved. Because of course these games you see on the like the media games sort of. So Speedway Challenge, it's not as wide as STS. Like you can have all tracks at the very start when you first begin, rather than having to unlock them through different bits and pieces. But STS is the way forward. So if you are on YouTube, we'll have the links at the end of the show, as we always do. But in the meantime, I'm going to run through tonight's show for you. We do have the league reviews of the Dragons versus the Panthers with our 2 special guests of Squall and Reese of said Dragons. We have the league review of the Spartans versus Wolves, also of the Storm versus Cowboys. We have our usual Shads' Rider of the Week. And we also have the BGP and SCS series changes and preview of round 1 taking place on Sunday. And then, of course, we have a second leg of the Knockout Cups to preview, where it's Wolves versus Cowboys and Panthers versus Spartans. So without any further ado, we're going to crack on with proceedings. And first off, we're going to have the Hastings Dragons, the defending champions of season 21, going up against the Ellesmere Port Panthers. And if the spreadsheet can appear on the screen any moment now. Well, there is the track. And chaps, I do believe we have got a bit of interesting facts about the Hastings track. Can you elaborate? I think was it you, Shaz? Was it you, Hads?
Yes, yeah.
Shaz, yes.
I was gonna, before I talk about the meeting, I want to talk about the track a little bit. I mean, this track is pretty unique. It's not just in STS, but in Speedway as a whole. I don't recall seeing anything quite like it anywhere. When you first see it, it looks quite daunting, and it'll be easy to go in with a mindset of we're going to get beat. Let's just not embarrass ourselves. But if you ride it solo, it's a whole lot different from racing on it. Almost everyone used the white bike the other night. I think me and Alan were doing the commentary on it last Sunday, I believe. Almost everyone used the white bike, apart from Ryan, who used the cyan, and Marecki, who started on dark blue and then switched to purple when he wasn't getting much out of it, and he had a little bit more success. I think he won 2 out of his 3 races on purple. On this track, you have to be brave. After diving, you dive into the first bend, and then you need to allow the bike to drift out as wide as you dare before letting it run down the back straight. Some of them use a cutback, and clipping the white line on the exit, but this can cause an issue. As the speed of the bike can often lead to heading you straight into the fence. this was like, I think this happened a couple of times. I think it happened to Skyrider a couple of times. I think he just tried to cut back and just lost control. I mean, the bends are different shapes too, unlike most tracks. Scunthorpe is another example with the different shape bends. The second bend is almost square if you look at it. I mean, that's where the pits probably were. Whereas the third and fourth bends are a little more rounded if you can see on the diagram.
Yeah,
it's the first two bends that seem to be catching most people out. It's definitely a track you need to have lots of laps on. If you come in unprepared, you're in for a bad night. Going on to the meeting, pretty much as most people expected. It's quite an entertaining meeting to watch and commentate on, littered with errors. Personally, I don't think this track is as difficult as some people think. I'm probably setting myself up here for when we go there. I think Berwick is almost as tough because it's a lot narrower and it seems to be a bit quicker. And Exeter's pretty much the same as well, same reasons. I mean, saying that's a convincing win for the Dragons, who had to their superb win at Wolves last week. Squall made a good choice using Ryan as their guest for Stephen 101, but I think he gave the Panthers way too much respect by employing a guest in the first place. I mean, he could have used rider replacement and given these guys extra rides, but I mean, obviously that's his choice. He probably didn't want to take any chances. Good all-round performance from all the team, but I think Badger might be slightly disappointed with his 6 points. I think he could have filled his boots there tonight. A couple of standouts. Squall, obviously, with his 17 points. Brave of him to go for the nominated heat. And on a 5-ride max, a lot of people I know would have probably stuck at that and gone for the 5-ride max. I think it happened a couple of times last season. Skyrider and Wolfie, I think, it had 4-ride maximums, didn't go in the nominated heat. Reese added to his paid 7 at Wolves with a superb 11+1. I mean, this fellow is really something for a 3-pointer. I think you're going to see him coming really good this season. Panthers, well, what can you say? That's 3 defeats now, albeit against the Spartans, Storm and Dragons. So the fixture list hasn't really been kind to them at the start of the season. I've seen enough to tell me that they'll not have to wait long as they did last season to register a win. I mean, only Marecki, I think, can come away from this meeting with any sort of satisfaction.
Yeah. I say difficult night for the Panthers overall, and I say only all night in 16 races. That ain't the greatest of situations. But I will bring in now, if I can, our 2 guests who were in this meeting. We're going to first of all bring in, if we can, the Dragons captain, Mr. Squall. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
I'm not so bad. You?
Good. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Thanks for popping in. And we're also going to bring in the number 6 from this meeting, and it's a welcome to Riso 2.
Hello, folks. How are we?
How you doing, mate? Good to have you.
Good to be on.
Well, we've got a few questions, lads. So, Shads, I will let you fire us off with the questions.
Let's welcome to you both. I'll start off with you, Squall. You seem to have a knack recently of coming up with really good competitive sides. What actually do you look for in a rider? Is it simply based on their previous season scores, or is it more complicated than that?
Oh, I look at a lot of things. Availability, how active they are. Previous seasons can come into it. Don't even need to be like the last season. Like someone like Badger. You look at what he did the year before that. Yeah, he had a bad year last season, but you know the potential's there to double his scores, double his average, and just go from there. It just seems to always click.
See Badger in servers before the season started, he was red hot. I mean, you could see he was not a 3.6 or whatever he is. Definitely not a 3.6 rider. He's definitely going to be in the middle order of the team at some stage this season.
I knew 3.79
Oh, is
ridiculously
that what
low
it was?
average.
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, no, ridiculously low, really stupid. When you see what he's done in previous season, when he rode for, was it Exeter? I think he was averaging about 7 points a meeting. So he's definitely got it in him.
Oh yes.
What was your thought process in choosing Hastings as a home track? I mean, who first suggested it? My money's
That
on
would
Cam.
be me. No, it was
Oh, would
me.
it be? Oh, I think Chester said you, or was it Hads?
I wanted
actually look at-
Hastings when Hastings was banned.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's been quite a while then.
Yeah, this has been brewing for a few seasons.
Bloody hell.
And I suggested it when we're doing alt track testing for this season. And finally, some actually had a go on it and said, "Yeah, we like this."
So it wasn't some diabolical scheme to sort of get the advantage on people, no?
Well, I knew there'd be a home advantage on it. That's why I wanted it all this time.
Mm.
But a lot of people
it looks like your guys seem to like it as well. Looking at the scores the other night and watching the performances.
yeah, they've put the effort in. Everyone will
Yeah.
look at it and say, "Oh no, that's Hastings. We don't want to go on that one." But these lads have actually had a go on it, seen the potential that is there, and we're off and running.
Mm.
Brilliant. I look forward to going there. Actually, it's interesting. It's a challenge.
Hmm.
I mean, a lot of people seem to get beat before they start. I mean, it happened a lot in Exeter in season 16. A lot of teams went there and they just didn't bother. You know, they thought, "Oh, here we go." I think you might get a lot of that. But I think when the Spartans come there, I think they might give you a good test.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yes, we all are. We're definitely going to get that one streamed.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to talk about. We've already mentioned Badger, but I want to talk a little bit about Reese. You picked a couple of really good reserves there. I mean, you must have been sweating a little bit when the draft was on. You know, did you have those two in mind before, or was it just a fact of looking to see who was there?
I'd got a list of who I wanted from what group, and then an order of where I was picking,
Mm.
and like contingencies. If they go from whatever group, I'm targeting a different group. Reese and
Yeah.
Badger were the top of my list.
Oh wow.
Oh, you got lucky there.
They were
Wow.
crucial to get in at the bottom end of the team. And then basically, whoever fills in the rest of the team, don't matter.
I mean,
And what's
how
happening
early?
with what's happening with David No Fear? We haven't seen him this season. Is he due an appearance anytime soon?
Yeah, he's been on holiday.
Oh, right.
Ah,
Okay. I
That's
wonder where
all
he's
there is
gone.
to it.
It's been very quiet. I've not seen him in chat. You know, usually like riders that aren't riding are in the chat anyway, you know, supporting the team, but I didn't see him in chat the other night, so I wonder why. That's probably why I haven't seen him. Right. Hads, have you
Yeah.
got your questions for Squall?
Yeah, I did have a couple. The first one was cast your mind back a few seasons. Season 14 for the old Sunderland Dragons. It was also Shads was part of as well.
I'm still in therapy for this season.
If I know it's a big if I wasn't a captain the following season, do you think I'd have rode for the Dragons more than I would have done?
I can't even remember what the groups were like. Yeah, there were a lot of potential in you in your first season. And I'm pleased to see how you kicked on from there. I would definitely considering having your bike. I know that much.
It was
I just
just
can't
that
remember how
inside
the
at
team
Sunderland.
building fell.
I've been blacklisted by the Dragons, so after that season, I was sitting on the first bent grass more than I was on the track.
I considered you for this season, Shads. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, it's worked out fine. I just fancied a change from the Panthers. I just fancy the change. I want to do what Stefan's doing and just hop around from team to team and see how things go.
Not having the same success as him though.
No. They'll come good. They'll come good. Pads, was there another one?
Also, when obviously Chad's mentioned the team building briefly, you won the league last season, as we all know, but you only had one rider return as well as yourself from last season's team. Was that the plan, just to start again from scratch, or?
Not really the plan. I just had to look at how the groups fell. Obviously, Stefan and Stephen were immense, a top spearhead in the team last season, but they're in the same group this season, so I could only have one.
Yeah.
I did have a chat with Stefan, and he said he will fix up somewhere. I'm like, that's fine. I even told him I weren't making him a golden pick again. I was going elsewhere. So I didn't really expect to get him back anyway.
Mm.
Maybe just wait, some groups fell. You have to just.
The golden pick, remind me, I forgot. Was it Cam?
Yeah,
it was
Cam.
Cam.
It was Cam, yeah. I can't remember.
He was just so active through close season. But 704 average is. He should build on that. He's really knuckling down and learning everything.
Well, you got the right one out of the Chuckle Brothers, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
We
don't want the other one.
PJ's driving us mad in chat, honestly. I think most of us have muted. I think it's only me that hasn't muted him at the moment. We only unmute him on match nights.
Oh, no.
Bloody hell. Bloody
I had the
hell.
pleasure of meeting him last night.
Oh,
Pleasure.
Christ. Was it displeasure?
I should think he's
Oh,
quite
no,
different.
Chester.
He's quite different in real life. You think he's quite different in real life than he is on the game? I think a lot of people tend to be a lot more quiet.
He was a little
A
bit
lot
chatty,
more
but
quiet.
not as hyper as he is online.
Yeah, no, tonight he's been exceptionally hyper. Tonight, I think he's had too many sweets tonight.
Too many karaoke songs.
Yeah. Should we bring Reese in before he falls asleep?
Yes, we will.
I think
We will.
I think he said he had to shoot off through it afterwards. So
Yes. Reese, how you doing, mate?
All right, how are we?
Good, mate. All good. Now, Reese, you made a brief appearance in season 15, racing for Newcastle Phoenix. Just
Oh, was
3
it 15?
meetings,
I
though.
thought it was 17.
Yeah, season 15. They were all away, sharing the reserve position with Kieran. What brought you back after 5 seasons away?
Well, actually, Hads had been in my messenger for months. And I was, my laptop was at my mum's, so I lived with my gran and papa, so I hadn't had a laptop for ages, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go and get it. Jump back on the game, see what happens. And I jumped back on the game in a couple of fun servers, and then I was like, nah, that's me hooked. I done a meeting,
Good
an
lad.
individual meeting at Scunthorpe, and it was on the stream, and that was it. I had a good battle with Ryan, and I felt like I probably should have scored more than I did in that meeting, and then that was it. I just wanted to be in the league and start kicking on for there.
Well, it leads me on to our next question. As early signs seem to indicate you've improved vastly from your last road. What have you done differently?
I don't know, just maybe put more hours in, probably. Just fun servers constantly. I was on it like every night, so
Yeah.
I think it's just when you enjoy it, you play it more. So
That's fair enough. Shad, you got a question for Reese?
Yeah. We spoke about the GPs. Do you remember Reese at Berwick recently?
yeah,
I asked you if you was interested in the SCS, and you said you really wanted to focus on your league racing first. But now you've been given a replacement appearance in the SCS this Sunday. You looking to maybe going some more? And how's practice going?
definitely. So I've practiced a couple of times. I feel like I'm on the pace. I just
That's
thought I'll
worrying.
grasp it. I'll grasp the opportunity, try it, and no pressure on myself. Just go out and score what I can and see what happens.
Yeah, the SCS is a lot of fun from from what I remember. It's a lot less pressure than the GPs. I think Hads can agree with that. It seems to be a bit more fun, and you tend to get different winners. Whereas the GPs is going to be, it's not Steph. It's everyone's shocked. But I think in the SDS you got a real chance of winning rounds and getting into that top 3 to get into the GPs next season. So I think you're gonna enjoy it. And if you can get in a permanent spot in it, maybe if someone drops out or whatever, you could do some damage there. I'm quite looking forward to racing against you, because I think I only raced against you once. I think in season 14 when you came to 15, you came to Sunderland or Kent. And I think I raced once against you. I can't remember the score because the spreadsheet's not there at the moment. Roscoe's took it down. But no, it should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Just as I say, no pressure. Just going to score what I can and see what
Absolutely
happens.
no pressure on you at all. Nothing. No
Yeah.
one's putting any pressure on you at all. It's just different. Just to ride with different people from what you do in obviously in the Dragons team. It's nice for something to do on a Sunday night, and it's a fixed night, so you know when it's going to be. So you know exactly when you're going to ride. You know beforehand what races you're going to be in. It's not like you know who you're going to be against. You can look at the spreadsheet. You know
Yeah.
what gates you're going to be on, so you can practice.
Yeah,
It's great.
definitely.
Are you enjoying being back, Reese?
I am really enjoying it.
Nah, that's good.
I
to hear,
enjoyed it
mate.
even more after Sunday when I scored a hat full. It makes it a bit better.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah, you look good. You look good. Very good. I think
Yeah.
there's one heat where you just blasted out the gate, and it was amazing. It was just like I wish I could go like that.
It's just a confidence track, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
one of them
And
where you just have to
and when
attack it.
and it always helps when you're racing in a winning side as well.
Yeah,
But there's absolutely no pressure on you being at reserve, because the guys above you are going to be scoring. So whatever you can add to the team is a bonus. They're not relying on you to score the big points. Like you said, he scored 11 points, but obviously you're not going to be getting that every week, or maybe you will. I don't know, but
Maybe you will. Yeah, maybe you will.
I sure hope so.
you can chip in 5, 6,
I
7
do.
points a meeting. 5, 6, 7 points a meeting. At number 6 is enough.
Yeah, don't forget your captains in there, Reese, as well. So you be scoring all those points.
I don't know. Hopefully.
Hans, you had one more question for Shads, I believe. I'm sorry, for Squall.
Did I? Oh, you want me to ask him about you, don't you?
Well, you mentioned it in the chat beforehand.
We're moving on.
Well, I wasn't going to, but obviously the new look Good Dragons this season. I was just interested as to why Mr. Chester didn't make a return to the Dragons.
Reese is better.
Now that
I'll
Chad,
take
now
that.
Wow. Wow. Oh,
you wanted me to
gee.
ask?
You want me an honest answer? You get one.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised? That's going on the blooper reel at the end of the season. Jesus. Why wasn't Chester signed? Reese was better. Christ. Well, I know that Reese, you got to disappear, but we're gonna hopefully have Squall staying for a little bit longer. So thanks for popping in, chaps.
No worries. Cheers
No
for
worries,
having
mate.
me.
No worries, Reese. All the best for the season, mate.
All the best,
See you,
lads.
Reese.
See you later.
Thanks, mate.
Brilliant.
Right, cheers, boss. And of course, we're going to keep Squall in for the rest of the meeting if he wants to hang around and get to see what happens backstage and behind the scenes with us. So it was
I'll stick around.
So it was a good win for the Hastings Dragons up against the Ellesmere Port Panthers. So our second match we had was the Peterborough Spartans up against the Wolverhampton Wolves, and the Spartans with a big win by 65 points to 31. The Panthers dominating from the very beginning, and from the start, led by let's look at the source here. The the highest average and the lowest group possible. 11 plus 4 from 6 rides. That takes some stopping. Had your thoughts on Spartans and Wolves this match, because it seemed pretty much one-sided.
Yeah, but before we do start to talk about the match, I wanted to talk about the match chat. To be honest,
Uh-oh.
it's not an uh-oh. It's just obviously we know things have been going on with Wolves back. You know, a bit of stuff from the first meeting and guest gate, and shall we say, obviously, at the start of the meeting, there was only a couple of them actually speaking. I think hardly any of them spoke throughout the meeting in chat, which is not really what we want to see. And I watched the next match we'll come to shortly. I mean, I was keeping up to date with that one as it was going along, and the match chat was just both teams bouncing off each other, kind of thing. And whether it's because of what's going on, I don't know what's actually happening. But not a lot was said by the Wolves throughout, which is not good to see. But
No.
hopefully they'll obviously have their reasons for that, and yeah, we'll crack on with the meeting.
Well, apart from that, Had you had a decent showing, 7+2 from your 5 rides. So again, a decent night for you, and a team that pretty much had it from the word go.
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, I was obviously a bit disappointed with the last place in the second one, but 2 gate 2s, and both times JC was on gate 1 against me, and both times, and I don't know if you've seen the inside yet at Peterborough, but you've got to make a pretty decent start, and the first one, he just totally pinged straight off, and I was at the back. I had to actually pass Hobnob in the first one, and the second one, same thing happened, and obviously, no disrespect to the riders in Heat 2, but there's no way I was catching Aaron or JC, to be fair. So yeah, but it was good to get a paid win on Nick Bewitcher straight on the line. I mean, it was like 0.0. I don't know what it was. It was something really stupid in the end. I didn't even think I'd beat him at one point, but yeah. And then to finish with the win was pretty good, but some good points again throughout the team. Birchie looking more comfortable on the track, and Le Sorcier, no last places there. 4 bonus points in an appearance in each 16, so very good team performance, I'd say.
Yeah, of course, Le Sorcier making a mockery of that 3.6 average. Of course, like I said, he was the highest average rider in the bottom group on team building night. So the Spartans got pretty much the big deal, as they say in the business. And again, the Wolves disappointing, had that big win at Milton Keynes, and then I think that they had another win, another big away win, and then they had a loss here. So again, this season, if you look at the league table, 3 teams are on 7 points, 3 teams are on 0 points. I think that's the first time in STS history that's actually happened.
I think so,
yeah. It's you know, but credit to the Wolves, they battled on. You know, Sizzler scoring 11, backed up with from Owen with 9. Only sort of a couple of
Also, Sizzler, the track record in Heat 6.
Yeah, I
well.
was about to say that. Yeah, Heat 6
You
track
can see
record
that
getting
one,
better bad.
He was gone.
He was indeed, and of course Sizzler having that Heat 16 win, you would have thought it would have helped him out in the silver helmet, but unfortunately, as we've come to expect in STS these last few seasons, the man himself retained again. Stefan unbeaten now in 2 home matches, and
I was actually a filler for these races, so I actually got to see them as it was going on.
Okay.
Obviously, because of the gate choice thing now, there was a couple of fillers in there, and it was really, really competitive. I mean, Stefan changed his gate in the last one. Got the better of Sizzler, but the first when Sizzler made it one apiece, and then he had the gate choice. I thought, oh, if Sizzler does another gate here, it's he's going to take that helmet off. But Stefan saved his quickest time till last and smashed it. I think it was quicker than the track record again. Obviously, it doesn't count.
Let's not forget, fellas, that Stefan's only got this silver helmet by default because Scotty had to give it up.
Yeah.
Through not racing. I think because Scotty beat him comprehensively at Shawfield, who actually claimed the silver helmet the last meeting of last season. No, he's not. He's definitely not unbeatable. He just actually did win a race against him.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be very interesting to see who steps up to the Stefan plate and tries to take off that silver helmet from him, especially around Peterborough, because at the moment he's unbeaten in his last 2 meetings, 18 from his first, and obviously 15 against the Wolves. So can anyone stop him? Well, who knows, really? Who knows? So a good win for the Peterborough Spartans. I almost said Panthers then. That'd been a nightmare. So our final match we had was the Kings Lynn Storm against the Milton Keynes Cowboys. And this one was a 55-41 home win for the Storm. And you see there on the left-hand side of your screen, TJ Griffiths, Racer Ryan, and more importantly, Heppel had a good meeting, all scoring double figures, where they had a bonus point as well. Again, a disappointing night for the Cowboys. They just seem to have not enough in terms of availability. I was talking to Craig last night at Cycle Speedway, and he said, "Look, I said, what's happening?" I said, "Well, it's just availability. We haven't got it." And it's like, and here's the guy that created all these new tracks. Him and Speedy, and they still haven't mastered Milton Keynes. Let's say a good win for the Storm. Of course, the Storm were missing Lofty. Method got his first meeting, I believe, out the way, and a good 5+1 for him from 6. But again, Storm at home with that performance looking pretty dominant. But then there will be tougher matches coming up. Like I said, in the league table, three teams are on 7, 3 teams are on 0. It's going to be a very interesting league this season, with all teams looking very, very across all. But a credit to the Cowboys, they did get a last heat 4-2 in heat 16 to make the score somewhat creditable. But again, Speedy leading the way, 13+1, certainly enjoying his time back on the bike and getting some laps in. Even got the track record in heat 10 as well. So a good night all round for Speedy, but a disappointing night for the Cowboys in general. We look ahead now to the KO Cup against Wolves, which we'll look at later on in the show. But in the meantime, we're going to switch over to Shads, as usual, Rider of the Week. Shads, over to you.
Yes, another tough one this week. I had to think quite long and hard about this. There was a few competitors. Obviously, Squall and Reese from the Dragons versus Panthers meeting on Sunday. Monday meeting was Spartans Wolves and Stefan. Obviously, Stefan with his full maximum and he's retaining his silver helmet. Neil Shaw adds, obviously, Le Saucier. TJ and Heppel from their meeting, Storm v Cowboys. It's a very, very tough one. Any one of those guys could have had it, and any other week one of them would have done. But because he didn't sit on a 5-ride maximum and nominated himself in Heat 16, very brave or stupid, you choose whatever you want. My rider of the week is the Dragon skipper and our guest tonight, Squall.
Hey, there you go, Squall. Got the rider of the week, mate. How'd you feel?
I'm a bit speechless. I was not expecting that at all.
Well, you've actually, this is the second time I think we shared it. Me and you shared it one season, a couple of seasons ago. So this is the first time you've actually got it on your own.
Must have been a poor week for everyone else.
And it wasn't. I told you it was a tough one this week. I mean, had said, Reese, brilliant. Obviously, Reese was in it. Heppel would have been in the running if he hadn't stupidly gone into heat 16 and came last. But no, I think you fully deserved it. I mean, I'm amazed you put yourself into heat 16. I mean, I think I was goading you in commentary to do it, and I think you bravely did it. So didn't
I
quite
don't pay
work out
attention
for
to
you.
your
But
commentary.
it didn't quite work out for you. But still, 17 points from 6 rides. It's good, very good.
If you don't go for it in heat 16, it's a fake max.
Absolutely, exactly what I was saying all last season when I think Skyrider and Wolfie stuck on their 4 ride maximums, didn't go for the nominated heat when the meeting was already won. So no, fair
Got
play to you,
nominated,
mate.
it don't count as a max.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
Well, congratulations, Squall, for Ride of the Week this week. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
So, with the team meetings out of the way, we now switch our attention to the first individual meeting of the BGP and SCS series round 1, taking place in northern Germany at Straussland. Now, before we do start, we do have some changes to rider numbers and rider availability for said meetings in both BGP and the SCS. Our first couple of changes take place in the BGP, where going out is Jan, Powis, and Sizzler, and coming into the meeting is going to be, or into the series on a full-time basis, is going to be Lofty, Badger Racing, and our very own Tank. So those are the 3 changes that are taking place just in time for Sunday at Straussland in northern Germany. And of course, last week we had the draw for the all-important meeting taking place on Sunday. And with that, we're going to have a look at the program now. So here is the program for round 1 of the BGP. I understand also I believe I think Wolfie is coming in place of Lofty. Is that correct? Because he's unavailable for this weekend.
Yeah, that is correct. Wolfie is riding in round 1 at number 2 in place of Lofty.
So of course, Lofty on international duty this weekend has the potential to become you twat. Has the potential to become world champion this weekend. So the very best of luck to Lofty. That up in Great Blakenham. So, chaps, this is a very competitive BGP this season. A lot of big names. Hads, I'll start with you first if I can, boy, as I always do. Your thoughts on a very entertaining looking BGP series?
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to watching on from afar, seeing how this one goes. Obviously, we all know Stefan is the reigning champion. How many times? I've actually forgot. 6, maybe 7. It's been that many.
About that, yeah, I think so.
Obviously, we're looking where the challenges are going to be coming from. Personally, I think a full season in the Grand Prix, I think maybe not beating, but good challenge again will be from TJ and definitely Racer Ryan. I think those are the main 2. Marecki as well. If he's in every round, he can definitely do some damage, I think. But it's going to be interesting to see how the likes of Dretlocker, Scotty B, and Fakey get on with obviously no league racing this season. But I expect them to be pretty much dialed in and on it come Sunday, as they've obviously all confirmed their spots for the meeting.
Yeah, I was going to say about Scotty B and Fakey and Jet Lotka being not racing in the league this year. But do you think that with captains looking on, do you think that potentially they could see them back in the league this season? Do you reckon?
I think it all depends. If people become unactive or unavailable for teams, then if they're on the right averages, then yeah, I think Scotty definitely. Maybe
didn't Fakey ride for the Cowboys last season towards the end of the season?
He did, yes.
He came as a signing for the last couple of meetings, I believe. I think for Rotten, who had internet issues. I can see Scotty picking up some guest bookings. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I think.
Looking at this meeting, so go ahead, Jed.
What was you saying about Ryan and TJ? I think they've also said publicly they're going to be missing rounds. The dates don't quite fall for a couple of rounds for them. I think different rounds, not the same rounds. So I can see Stefan winning this series by a huge margin. His closest rivals are going to miss rounds. I honestly can't see anyone challenging him. I think it's going to be a record distance between the winner and second. It's just consistent. It just double figures. I think he's only been out of double figures once in the last. I think I looked at the stats. It was the last 3-4 seasons. He's only been out of double figures in one round, and that was 9 points.
That's crazy. Wasn't that the one he didn't qualify for the grand final then?
I think it was. Yeah, he only got 9 points that
Pila.
round, and that's the only times he's been out of double figures in any round.
It's crazy to think, isn't it?
No one can afford to have a really bad meeting. I think you mentioned Marecki, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think he's definitely going to be a challenger with the others missing meetings. He tends not to miss many rounds in these individual competitions.
I think Speedy as well. The way he started, but again, he's available. He'll be available every round.
Yeah, that's another one. That's a good shout, actually. Yeah. I mean, looking down the list, there's lots of riders here who potentially could be in the top 3, but they're going to miss rounds. The likes of Stephen always seems to miss 1 or 2. Stephen 101. Squall's always good. Squall's always good for a few points every meeting. So Squall could be challenging for that top 3 with riders missing out. If he can put a decent score together every round, it always seems to be up there, like getting in the semi-finals and that. He always seems to be up there. So you can take that one little step more, especially with confidence being high as well with his league team. So a lot of this is confidence as well. If you're riding well for your team, you tend to do well in most meetings.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting season this year. Of course, a lot of new looking tracks as well. I've seen a couple of them, and that Australian one looks a little bit interesting, to say the least. 2 sort of different angles and corners on that track. So that was the BGP. We're going to move on now to the SCS rounds, and of course there are a couple more changes in this one too.
Yeah.
Where we see, of course, Lofty, who's been promoted to the BGP series. He's been taken place by Hobnob, and Badger Racing, who's also opting out. His place was taken by Alan McNally. Again, this is a permanent position in the SCS series. Of course, a lot riding on the SCS, as we always know. I think the top 3 get promoted to the main series for season 22. So for these guys, it's going to be an all-important season ahead to keep the dreams of getting into the BGP a reality. And of course, it starts all on Sunday at Strasland, and of course the program here with the Sliders Championship. So of course, some big names in this one too. Of course, the wild card for this meeting is going to be Super Dip, and of course, my fellow all four back compatriots are in this meeting. My Panthers captains in this meeting. My Panthers teammates in this meeting. They're all in here, and even our guest for tonight, Riso 2, is in there as well. So first of all, start with you, Hadlington. Drawn in Heat 1, Gate 2, get 2 Gate 2s. Have you seen the track yet? Have you had a chance to have a few laps? What's your thoughts on it?
I'll be honest, I haven't done a lap on the track as yet. Mainly because our meeting is league knockout cup meeting is Monday as well, so it's a bit trying to fit in. I don't want to practice 2 tracks on the same night kind of thing. I want to concentrate on one and then the other. But I think obviously I should be doing some practice over the weekend and a good couple of sessions if I can get in a couple of practice sessions in, especially with the boys from the team, the Saucier and Stefan, and Alan's in as well now in the series, which will be good for him, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be ready come Sunday, but I started really, really poorly last season in this. I think I got 5 points in the first couple of rounds. If I can, try and get a semi-final maybe, first round, I think I'll be more than happy. Definitely. But I'm interested to see Reese, obviously, as we alluded to earlier, Reese and Hutty coming in this round for Bobby and Kane. So be good to see how those get on as well with some more laps.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that meeting goes for them both. Of course, we spoke to Reese a moment ago, and he said he'd been getting some good practice in. Shads, you got 2 Gate 3s in this meeting as well, and I believe we meet our fellow awful back presenter, Mr. Hadlington, in heat number 18. So it's on heat 18. You're on blue, Hads, and Shads is in. So close together on the start line. Shads, your thoughts on the SCS? Of course, a lot of big names and big opportunities as well.
Yeah, this is a lot more open than the GP, as it usually is. I can make a case for 4 or 5 to finish in the top 3. Although I think on current form, Hadlington looks like he could win the entire thing. JC also in with a shout, but after them, it's hard to see anyone putting together a consistent run of scores to win it. I'd imagine Westy Boy will be up there challenging most rounds. I'm not sure he'll have enough to topple Hads and JC for the top spot. I'd say Westy's a good bet for the top 3 finish though. I've not actually had any. Well, I had a few solo laps. It looks like a dive in and drift out sort of track, which I've heard it is from people that have had a go at it. Most people are using the white bike. It looks like it's going to suit the Gators, which rules me out.
Snap.
Dale, didn't you win 2 rounds last season?
No, I've only ever won 1 round. No, I won 1 round at Peeler. It's season 19.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and that was a sort of similar sort of shape, I think. So actually, my gating this year's been a lot better than it has been previously. I don't know what it is. Something's maybe just got lucky. I had a magnificent jump in my last race the other night. I think I was going around the first bend before they'd even left the gate. I don't know what happened there. I just pressed the up button at the right time. But you're gonna need to be pretty quick off the gate in this one on this track. Where it looks a bit, it's like all these are like older design tracks. They've only really got 1 line. Anything that Craig and Speedy hadn't had a go at is usually a 1-liner. I'd have to have a few races on it with other people to find out exactly what it's like. But hopefully tonight after this, someone's going to be open, or I might open myself actually to have a few laps.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that all pans out. Of course, we will be hopefully getting a few streams of these events. I mean, it might be a bit difficult because, of course, half the media team are in these meetings, so might be a bit of a daunting task to get things put together. But we'll see how things pan out. So we move on to our final bit of previews, which is the second legs of the KO Cup. And first of all, we have the Ellesmere Port Panthers taking on the Peterborough Spartans. The Spartans holding, I believe, a 22-point lead from the first leg. So the Panthers are on the back foot from Heat 1, but hopefully the boys are going to be in tip-top form. And of course, Hadlington, this is your team, the Spartans. Dare I say, league favourite Spartans this season with the top three that you have. How's the training going for Ellesmere?
Obviously, I said alluded to just it's a bit tricky to do a couple of tracks in a couple of days, but we're doing what we can. Obviously, we think we found the preferred line as well. I think the times that we've been hitting in practice, especially from the lower end guys, it's surprised me, to be honest, because this was always a track that I liked, one of my favourites, until it was redone. I think I actually qualified for the GP through the challenge on this track a couple of seasons ago as well. So yeah, I think it's, if we can just hold that line. I mean, we haven't got to win the meeting. We know that. Obviously, we'd want to win the meeting but it's not all about winning. It's about getting those 38 points to make sure we get into the next round.
So is the line you picked, is it round the back and in the car park?
Oh, it's round the back in the car park and then some
turn left at the roundabout.
Well, I don't know about left at the roundabout, but it's turn left out of Ben 4 and put Chester in the fence. I think something like that.
Oh,
that's what Alan told me anyway. So
cool.
have to wait and see.
Of course you would. Game on.
If you want to do that, Hadge, you have to stop the bike and wait for him to catch you up.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty much a free hit for the Panthers on Monday, because no one's really expecting them to claw back many points. I mean, will they sneak a win on the night against Stefan Hads, Dealshaw, Hads, Urchi, who's hit a bit of form? See it, can you? I mean, we rode there the first week, and it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. No disrespect to you, Chester, but we expected a bit more fight from the Panthers, but we stuck on the line pretty much. When we didn't get a line, we managed to get past a few riders. I think only Marecki passed me in the whole meeting, and that says a lot, really.
Yeah.
I got passed more by my own riders than I did by the opposition. So I can't see anything but a really, really heavy Spartans win. Sorry, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, well, that it's a case of anything's possible. Anything's possible. So you never know what might could happen. But again, you think of it. You think it's going to be a Spartans away win. You reckon, yeah?
I think it's pretty. I can't see them losing many this season. I think that's a pretty strong top three, top four, even top five. Put Hadlington in the mix, and the Saucier is no mug either. And Alan, and we've seen Alan's improvement. He can knock in a few points. I just can't see how Panthers can overcome Spartans on the night, let alone on aggregate.
That's fair enough.
Speechless there, Dan.
Yeah, I am.
Sorry,
I'm speechless. Yeah, I thought, Jesus Christ.
yeah.
We've got some trains to do then.
Sorry to bring you down, but you know.
Nah, no, you're not.
Just look at it. Just look at it as a free hit, and you've got another meeting at home to get dialed into your own track.
Yeah, definitely.
That is very true.
But I will tell you that the person who's been keeping up with Stefan is actually the rider at number 7. So yeah, take of that or what you will.
Oh God. I think it's going to be a long night for those Panthers.
I think Chester's already put in his sick note in.
Anyway, chap, shall we move on? Yes, let us move on to our next match.
If you just give Capesy a nudge and say if you're looking for a 5-point guess, I'm always available.
Well, that's giving it away then, isn't it? In a way.
I'm just saying.
I know. I know.
Yeah. I'm always up for guessing.
Yeah, I know. So we have our second match to preview now, and it is going to be the Wolverhampton Wolves against the Milton Keynes Cowboys. And this is already an uphill task for the Cowboys, taking place on Thursday, the 25th of September, 2025 at 9 o'clock. So a later start for Cowboys and Wolves. Hadlington, thoughts on Wolves and Cowboys? Because, of course, looking at the first leg, it's pretty much one-sided after the first leg.
Yeah, I think obviously Wolves will progress. Whether they'll win the meeting, I'm not sure. And the Cowboys scored the most points they'd scored in the meeting last week. Obviously, Bob is missing the SCS, so I don't think he'll be around. Also, Kane is missing it, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But I think the signs are there. Obviously, Speedy pouring in the points at the minute. Ben got some useful points the other day. And Audi as well. I mean, the one race he led for almost to the finish line. And Heppel just got him on the line as well. So, yeah, I think the signs are there. And I think both teams really will use this as kind of a free hit, if you like, because Wolves will probably know that Cowboys aren't going to overturn that advantage. And Cowboys are probably thinking the same. And just maybe both teams just looking to get that win and install a bit of confidence into the next league match.
Yeah, a little bit of track time as well. Track time too. Of course, Shaz, your thoughts on Wolves and Cowboys? As I said, it's pretty one-sided with the Wolves having such a dominant first leg advantage. Thoughts on this match on Thursday?
Yeah, I can see why we're not streaming any meetings this week because, like, the results of the ties are pretty much a foregone conclusion. But I wouldn't rule the Cowboys out to do something here. I mean, Wolves got their pants pulled down at home the other week, didn't they? By the Dragons, they got absolutely mullered at home. Depends what sort of frame of mind they're in. Will they want to put in a good performance to, to their ego? Cowboys, I don't think are that bothered. They've had availability issues all season, so I'm not sure how they're going to approach this. I think it's going to, like you said, like I had said, it's a free hit for both teams, really. Just Wolves to get more track time at home and obviously erase that memory of their last home meeting, and the Cowboys to try and get a win under their belts for the first time this season. They looked a lot better against us at Kings Lynn, but Kings Lynn's quite a fair track. I think it's not really a notable home advantage there, whereas Wolves is a bit more tricky. So you can it all depends on the night, but I can think the Cowboys will keep it pretty close on the night, but I still think they'll go down by a few points, single figures.
Well, we'll have to see how things go on that Thursday night. Of course, KO Cup it always seems to be the first sort of big match, big meetings as the STS seasons go. So I think, chaps, with all that being said, we can wrap up proceedings. Looking ahead to next week, we have the BGP Round 1 and SCS Round 1 from Strathland. We had the KO Cup reviews of Cowboys, Wolves, Panthers, Spartans, Shad's Rider of the Week, and of course we have the Week 5 League previews. If you like what you see and like listen to the show, don't forget it's on YouTube at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Of course, we have all our social media links, website, forum, Discord, Facebook and Twitter, as well as YouTube. All the information is there, and maybe we'll see you at tapes in the not too distant future. So in the meantime, as I always say, I will say a good night to Hadlington.
Good night, Dan. Good night, everyone.
I will say a good night to Shads.
Good night, all.
And it's a good night from me, Chester. We will see you all back here next week for more All Four Back action, episode 79. We're so close to the 100, guys. We might get it this season. All right, guys. All the best. Take care. Enjoy your racing. And we'll see you next week. Good night.